welcome to the Mandarin Language Workshop. And first of all, I would like to thank you, Ms. Yi Lu, to be our speaker of our Mandarin Language Workshop. So if anyone have any question about the workshop, please feel free to type inside the chat box. So we will answer a question.
First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Yi Lu. I come from the mainland of China. So in today's language workshop, I will basically teach you guys some basic simple sentence of the Mandarin. So probably in the future, if you can learn well, you can use it to communicate with the Malaysian Chinese, or basically you can use it as a language, to show up especially in your job interview. So I will just start the workshop right now, and then so today is 24th of January, and then so our workshop will begin from about 3 p.m. to 4:30 like that. And then in the beginning, I will just show you guys some formal greetings. How do we greet each other is in the Chinese language, and then following that, I will teach you guys some basic numbers, and then to formulate some basic sentence as well, and then. Lastly, we will have a very short quiz. It's very easy, so don't worry about it. So first of all, I would like to start the workshop with some formal greetings. Usually, like when we meet somebody, we usually say like, in English, we always say like, how are you, right? So like in Chinese, we always ask, 你好吗? Can you guys like turn on your the audio so like we read together?
Okay. Everyone, 你好吗? Is that how you say it?
好吗?
Yeah. You can see the reader here. 你好吗 means how are you? Yeah. 你好吗? And then following that, like you can see, like you can answer, I'm very well, I'm fine. So you and then you can see 我很好and then like you can ask back the people like and you like whether you're doing great or not. Then you can say 你呢 and then so the person will answer you like 我也很好, which means like I'm very well too, I'm doing great also. So I think this is my first time to conduct a like Mandarin language workshop, so I'm not sure whether you guys can really follow me or not. Like if I speak too fast, you guys can also let me know. Yeah. So this is basically the first slide. And then moving on, I will teach you guys some numbers. First of all, like for number one is E, and then number two is R. You basically can read this one here. This is actually called Pinin. Pinin is like to teach you how to read it, and then this is E, which means it's number one. And then R. Number three is sun. Number four is si. This is number four. Si. And then number five is wu. This is 1 to 5. Can you guys follow me?
Yes.
Hi.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And then we've moved to number 6. Number 6 is Liu. This is like we show like number 6. Liu. And then this is number 7. Qi. This number 8. Ba. This is number 9. This is called 9. 9. And then moving on to 0. So 0 is basically called 0. And then here, this is number 10. Number 10 is 10. Okay, so like probably some of you guys may wondering like how to say number 11. So basically like number 11 is to use like is equal to 10 plus 1. As you see like just now, number 10 is 10, and then number 1 is 1. So 11 will be 11. And then same goes to number 12. Number 12 equal to 10 plus 2. So like will be 10 is called 10. You can see here 10. And then number 2 is called 2. So when we like put them together, it's 12. And then for number 13, 13 like equals to number 10 plus 3. So we will use we will say 10 first. We will read 10 first, and then number 10 is 10. Number 3 is 3. So if it's number 14, then we will say 14. And then 15 will be 15. And then it is like all the same. Like if it's like 17, then it will be 17. You just like use 10 to plus 7, so it will be 17. And then this one is number 18. Number 18 is equal to 10 plus 8, so this is called 18. So right now we move on. As we learned just now, 10 is called 10. 10 is called 10. So like 11 will be 11, and then 18 will be 18. We have learned this one just now. So we will move on to 20, and then 20 will be 20. We have learned just now. Number 2 is pronounced R. So like number 10 is always like pronounced 10. So with 20 will be 20. And then 22 equals to 20 plus 2. So it will be 22. And then moving on to 30. 30 is like 3 plus 10. It's not really like 3 plus 10, but you can see the first number here is 3, and then this is actually represent 10. So like this will be 30. 30 means like we put 3 tens together, so it will be 30. And then 37 will be like equals to 30 plus 7. So it will be 37. And then 39 will be 30 plus 9. 30 is pronounced as 30, and then this number 9 pronounced as 9. So like when we put 39 together, it will be 39. And then moving on to 40. 40 is 4. 4 means like number 4, and then 10 have like explained just now, 10 which means is 10. So like 40 will be 40. And then 50 is 50. 60 will be 60. And then 70 will be 70. 80 will be 80. So, so far, do you guys have any questions?
Hello?
So far, so
Hello?
good.
Are you guys still with me?
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, and then, yeah,
I just wanted to ask, what are the hand symbols for when in the numbers?
okay, and then we will move on to formulating like some very basic sentence. Sorry,
Can you hear me?
you want me? Yeah, you want me to repeat again?
No, I'm just asking, what are the hand like symbols in the numbers? Like, what are that for?
Oh, you mean like this one?
Hello? No, in like from 1 to 10, there are some hand symbols, right?
Hi.
Like up.
You mean like this one? Is it?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. So basically, we got 4. I think I didn't put it in the slides because it's quite difficult to explain, especially you are the beginner. So like basically we got 4 pronunciations for word. So like this is actually called 十, and then for the first pronunciation is like 诗, 十, 始, 是. So we got 4 pronunciation, and then different pronunciation like represent different meanings, and then we also write it like differently. So, but for the time being, like I think you can just like probably you can screenshot of this one, like so it's easy for you to remember and to study back. And then if you are still interested in how to pronounce the 诗, 始, 始, 是, that one, then I will teach you later. So for the now, we will just moving on to the formulating some short sentences. Is it okay?
Yes, yes, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. And then, so this is a very some simple expressions like for you how to to formulate some basic sentence. So basically, like when you say hello, and then you will say 你好, 你好, 你好. You can see like this one is a third pronunciation. So you can see here is 你好, 你好. And then for this one is pronunciation number 4. So like you can say this is bye, and then you can say 再见, 再见, 再见. And then we're moving on to good morning. Good morning will be 早上好, 早上好. Shang here, like we don't really pronounce. We just like to make it together. So it will be 早上好, 早上好. And then good evening will be 晚上好, 晚上好. This is good evening. And then when we say thanks, this is thank you. This will be 谢谢. I think a lot of you guys have heard about this one, 谢谢. So this is how to write it, and it is 谢谢. It's very difficult to write this Chinese word, so you guys can just look at how to pronounce it. So this is 谢谢. 谢谢 means thank you. And then when you see like nice to meet you will be, well, it's pretty long. So 很高兴见到你很高兴见到你很高兴见到你很高兴见到你 Nice to meet you. It's pretty long, so usually you can when you when you read it like fluently, you can see like 很高兴见到你，很高兴见到你。And then when you say you're welcome means 不客气，不客气，不客气。You're welcome，不客气。This is 对不起。This is I'm sorry. So like when you do something wrong and then you want to apologize to the Chinese people, so you can say 对不起，对不起，对不起。And then when you say excuse me, and you can say 抱歉打扰，抱歉打扰，抱歉打扰，抱歉打扰。This is excuse me. And then we're moving on to it doesn't matter. So you will see 没关系，没关系，没关系。This is it doesn't matter. And then when you want to say goodbye to the people, you can say see you, or you can say 再会，再会，再会，再会。This is have a good time. Have a good time will be pronounced as 祝你愉快，祝你愉快，祝你愉快。Have a good time. This is take care of yourself. 照顾自己，照顾好自己。Take care of yourself. This is 照顾好自己。This is 是。This is means yes. Like when somebody is asking you, are you, for example, like are you Jessica? And then you say yes, I am. So you can say 是。If it's no, then you can say 不是。And then good will be 好的。And then moving on to I don't understand, then you can see 我不明白，我不明白。And then I don't know, you can see 我 is always me. It also means I, so it's like 我不知道means I don't know. 我不知道。And then moving on to can you speak English? So like when you ask the Chinese people like whether can you speak English, and then you can ask the people 你会说英语吗？你会说英语吗？你represent you. 会 is can. This one is can. 说 is speak. 说英语 is English. So 英语你会说英语吗？ Can you speak English? Can you speak English? So means 你会说英语吗？ This one is to ask people, do you know Chinese? 你懂 懂 on 汉语吗？你懂汉语吗？你懂汉语吗？ And then moving on to how much is this? For example, if you are going to the supermarket, then you ask people like, how much is this? So you can ask 这个多少钱？这个多少钱？ This is how much is this? 这个多少钱？这个多少钱？这个多少钱？这个多少钱？ Okay, so we are about to finish. It's very simple, and I would like to give you guys a very simple quiz. So like you guys, when I circle the number, can you guys like read it out to see like to test whether you really know how to pronounce it in Chinese or not? Can you guys do that?
Yes.
Okay. Wait. So this is what is this?
So, is it so?
Anyone know how to pronounce number 4?
是
四
4
Yeah, 四 and then 四 Yeah, correct. And then how about this one? Number 8?
八
8
Yeah, correct. 八 How about this one?
了
This one is number 5.
Oh, E. No, that's 1.
No. Yeah, this is number.
It's Wu, right?
Ooh, yeah, ooh.
Yeah, it's yeah, correct. And correct. Yeah, how about number 1?
E.
Correct. Yes. And then number 7.
Ki.
Pa.
Ba is 8.
Pa is 8.
Ki, no? Ki.
Yeah. Chi.
Chi. Oh.
Yeah.
Chi. Okay.
Chi. Number 9.
Jiu.
Jiu.
Yeah, correct. Jiu. And then yeah, what else? Number 2. R.
Oh, R.
Yeah.
R.
R. Yeah. So how about like number 12? How to say it?
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. And then number 12.
Okay.
Yeah. Then how about 15? Is it?
Jiu.
Shiu.
Yeah, correct. Okay. So we're moving on to how to read the sentence in Chinese. So first one will be good morning. How do you say it? Do you guys still remember? Good morning.
I only remember how. I
Zao.
don't remember the first one.
早上好。
早上好。
Yeah, correct. Good morning is like 早上好。早上好。And then nice to meet you.
你好。
你好 is like hello.
Hello. 你好。
This is how
is better.
It's long sentence.
yeah, we're moving back. It's like nice to meet you. So I think he is here.
Oh,
It's very long.
很
Yeah.
请讲。
很高兴见到你。
很高兴见到你。
Yeah, correct. 很高兴见到你。Like when you speak fast, you can say 很高兴见到你。
很高兴见到你。
Yeah, correct. 很高兴。You guys, I can actually take a screenshot. Yeah.
Okay.
Done?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. Then it's not a quiz anymore. Yeah. Then excuse me. How to say it?
抱歉打扰。
Yeah. 抱歉打扰。This is excuse me. Where is it? Yeah. 抱歉打扰。
So the Q is pronounced as G, so it's 抱歉打扰。
歉。
Oh, 歉, so it's like CHI.
Yeah. 抱歉打扰。
抱歉打扰。
抱歉打扰。It means excuse me. So you can say 抱歉打扰。Yeah. So and the next one is how much is this?
Long sentence.
这个多少钱？
Yeah. 这个多少钱？这个 how much is this?
个多少
这
钱？
多少钱？这个多少钱？这个多少钱 ？Okay.
这个
Yeah. 这个多少钱 ？And then you're welcome.
不客气，
Yeah.
不客气。
Yeah. 不客气 This is very simple. So like, when you say 谢谢, some people like when you say thank you to people, you always say like 谢谢, and then so other people will basically reply you 不客气, and then when other people say thank you to you, so you can say 不客气. 不客气 means you are welcome. Yeah, 不客气. Yeah. I think like that's all from me. Like although the slides looks very simple, but I think it's really a lot, for you guys to digest, like how to read this like short sentences, the simple expressions in Chinese, and then also the numbers. So if you have any questions, like I'm free right now, you can ask me.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
What do you call boss in Chinese? Boss.
Box?
Boss. Like
boss. You mean like your leader,
company
like
boss.
that, right?
Yep.
老板.
老板.
Yeah, I text in the chat box.
Oh.
This is called boss. 老板. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah, please.
Okay, how about my name is Shira.
Wait, I just share a sec. Hi, my name is My name is, pardon, Shaira.
Yeah, Shaira.
It will be like 你好, how about I type in the chat box?
Alright, okay.
你好, 我的名字是 Shaira. Sorry, I don't know how to spell your name. So like you can change you can change the name like according to different persons. So like you can see 你好, 我的名字是 Shaira. So like you can see that if your name is Jessica, then you can say 你好, 我的名字是 Jessica. Like you can change the name. Yeah.
Alright, understand. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any more?
How do you say work contract in Chinese?
Work, you mean like work contract?
Yeah.
It's actually called 合同.
合同.
Yeah, like that. You can see in the chat box.
合同.
合同. Yeah.
So I can say, how do I say? Wait. 老板合同.
Lao Ban is a boss, and then 合同 is a work contract. So if you want to ask your boss, like when they can sign a work contract with you, so you can ask 老板, 我们什么时候签合同? This one, 老板, 我们什么时候签合同? It means boss, when we can sign the work contract.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you repeat it again?
Just now I teach you 老板. 老板 is boss, right? And then, so like you can see 老板, and then you can, following that, you can put the sentence 我们什么时候签合同? This is boss, when we can sign the contract, the work contract.
Okay. 我们什么时候签合同?
Yeah, correct. 我们什么时候签合同? Someone is asking me how to continue a conversation after saying 你好. I think like when you say 你好 to a Chinese people, so basically the people will ask you where are you from. Like where are you from is called 你来自哪里? 你来自哪里 is like where are you from? So like you can say I'm from Malaysia, and then you can say 我来自马来西亚. And it's like I come from Malaysia. So when people ask you like where are you from? 你来自哪里? And then you can see I come from Malaysia. You can see 我来自马来西亚. Yeah. This is like basically like if you are a foreigner and then when you communicate with the Chinese people, I think this is the first question that they will ask you. Yeah. I'm learning Mandarin on Duolingo now. How can I learn it? What is Duolingo?
I think it is an app.
Oh, really? Okay. I'm learning Mandarin going on now. How can I learn it like more effectively? I think if you want to learn the language like or speak the language like fluently, I think the best way is for you to always like to learn from a native speaker, try to mingle with them and then to talk to them and then to chat with them, like because like when you chat with them you know how to spell the words, and then when you speak to them, when you communicate with them, so you know how to speak the Chinese language, so your accent will be like more much looks like a native speaker. But I think like it is really different because for me, I come from the mainland of China. So the language, like the pronunciation we speak with the Malaysian Chinese, it is a little bit different. So yeah, so probably if you want to learn Chinese well, you can make friends with people who coming from the mainland of China, and then well at least you can to make friends with Malaysian Chinese, because like in Sunway University, I think most of the students are the Malaysian Chinese, right? So why don't you try to make friends with them? So and then to talk to them and then to ask them to help you, to communicate with you in Chinese. So I'm sure that in a few months later, so like you can master the language well. At least for some basic communications, it shouldn't be any problems. Yeah. Okay. Any more question?
Yeah, Miss Yi Lu.
How about?
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Please.
There are about 17 borders in China, right? Of different countries. So I wanted to ask if the region is closer to the border or other regions in China, do they have a different dialect or a different accent when they speak Mandarin?
Oh yeah, definitely, because like in China, we do have 56 like different races, so it's really kind of like very China is a very large country, and yes, we do speak like different languages. I think we like what you said just now, like dialogue, and then we call it like mother language like that. Yeah, we do speak like that at home with our family members. But when we go outside, for example, like you go to the school, and then the teacher will communicate with you in Mandarin. So basically, like Mandarin is an official language that for foreigners to learn, and then this is only language that the foreigners can use to communicate with the Chinese people. I also know like some foreigners that are trying to learn the different local language. They are also Chinese, but I think like it's a kind of like time waster, because if you only learn one the dialogue, and then you cannot use that dialogue to communicate with other races. So my suggestion will be like just learn the Mandarin, because Mandarin is an official Chinese language. So like you can use it once you master the language. You can use it to communicate with all the Chinese in the mainland of China, and also with the people from the Hong Kong or Macau like that. They all understand. Yeah.
I see. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I think there's one question in the chat box asking about how old are you? How old are you is like 你几岁了？你几岁了 is how old are you? So like for example, you see like I'm 21, and just now we have learned some numbers, right? So 21 is 21. 21 is like 21. So like I'm 21, so you can say I'm 20. 我21. 我 is me. So like you can ask people, how old are you? 你几岁了？21 is 21. Then 22 will be 22, like that. Yeah. Any more questions? to get more 红包, yeah, like make them happy and give more. One of my friends is asking how to get more 红包, but what is 红包? Oh, I think in Chinese that we actually call it 红包. You know, like, I think the Chinese New Year is coming soon. 红包 is like actually the people that put the money inside what to call it, a small, what I don't really know how to call it in English, but people will put the money inside. So
Is it
if, for
envelope?
example, like, sorry?
Is it envelope?
Yeah, correct. And put inside a small red color envelope. And I think in Malaysia, the people usually they only put about 20 or 10 ringgit like that. But then in China, they put a lot. Sometimes, like for example, you can during the Chinese New Year, you can ask the 红包 from your grandparents, so they will give you thousands like that. And then I think in Malaysia it's a little bit different, yeah. So don't try to ask your boss to give you some thousands. That's really impossible. And then if you want to ask to make your boss happy or to make the person happy, of course you have to wish them, sending them some, good wishes in Chinese, and then you can see like 新年快乐. 新年快乐 is like Happy New Year. This is 新年快乐 is Happy New Year. And then you can see 新年快乐, and then you can see 万事如意. 万事如意 is actually like I wish you all the best, for the coming new year, especially the Chinese people, they really value the wishes a lot, especially during the Chinese New Year. So if you want to get more 红包 from your boss or from your friends, and then you can you can just like sending some good wishes to them. So most of them they will give you, yeah. In Malaysia, I think it's about 20 ringgit. For friend, 20 ringgit, about 15 ringgit like that. But then in China, so it's quite a lot. So if you got a Chinese friend, and then during the Chinese New Year, try to take this chance to get some 红包 from them, yeah. And then how to say 新年快乐? Please give me 红包. You can say 新年快乐, 红包拿来. This one is like 新年快乐, 红包拿来. 红包 is just now what I already explained, and then 拿来 is like give me. So you can say 新年快乐, 红包拿来, and then you also can do like this. Well, no. Don't worry about that, because like during the Chinese New Year, most of the people they do prepare a lot the 红包for the friends or for the colleagues as well. So don't worry about it. Just try to ask from them. I'm sure they will give you some. At least they will give you 5 ringgit. Okay. In the slides, I noticed that hello is 你好, and how do you do is also 你好吗? How do one differentiate while speaking the language? Okay, like 你好 is like when you first time meet the people, you can say like 你好, so you can shake your hands with the people, then you say 你好, and then following that, when you say 你好吗, usually when you speak with the Chinese people, you can clearly hear the ma is there, okay? Like when the people will say 你好吗? 你好吗 is asking like how are you? So like don't worry about it. 你好吗? The ma will always be there. So if the people is just asking about 你好, and the people is trying to shake the hands with you, so they're just saying hello. But when they ask you about like 你好吗, when you hear the ma, and then the people is asking like how do you do? Yeah, I hope I have answered your question. Any more? Okay, you're welcome. Any more questions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
In the if an individual is to work in Beijing and Guangzhou, am I saying?
Go.
Yeah, in the
Yeah,
big
it's
city.
okay.
If they were to have meetings, if they will have to have a discussion in the company, do they speak in Mandarin or do they usually speak in English?
Oh, okay. Wow, this is a very good question. And yeah, it actually depends on which type of company you are working in. But if you are working in a multinational company, yes, most of the people, they do communicate in English, but there is only a few people. But most of them, they will communicate in Chinese. But however, a lot of like colleagues say if you don't know how to if you don't know how to speak Mandarin, they will use English to communicate with you. But if you don't really know Mandarin, if you don't really know how to speak Mandarin, I think it's very difficult for you to live in China. Because like you can imagine that when you're moving to a new country, to a new city, you have to communicate with people. It does not only limit to the people you communicate inside the company, but also outside the company as well. So that is also the reason why you have to, to learn Chinese very well if you want to work in China or live in China. Because most of the people in China, they don't speak English at all. So like, I would say that, the people that know how to speak English with you is only about 5% like that, which means like in 100 people, you can probably find 5% that can speak English, and that is also the reason why you need to to learn Chinese very well if you want to move to China or working in Beijing or Guangzhou or even Shanghai. Inside the company, yes, you can communicate with your colleagues in English. That shouldn't have any problems. But outside the company, that is a problem. So to carefully think about it, and then I think this is also an opportunity for you to learn Chinese as well. I hope I have answered your question. Yeah.
Yes, I see. You definitely did, and it is very important to learn
So
Mandarin.
does it mean that new business cannot survive in China if the owner does not know Chinese? I would basically say that yes, because like I think language barrier. I think if you are taking international business and if you have took some subject related to international business, you will know that language barrier is a very important concept. If you want to do business with the people from China, or if you want to set up a company in China, because all the regulations, the Chinese laws, they are written in Chinese. So like if you don't know Chinese, I think you definitely cannot survive in China. Well, probably you can find a business partner, those who can speak English and can write Chinese, so can help you to cope the business together. Then I think there shouldn't be any problems. But if you want to do the business alone as a sole trader, I think that is impossible. Yeah, this is from my own perspective. Any more questions? But how comes they don't learn English since it's a universal language? Well, the problem is they don't learn English. For our school, yes, we do learn English and we learn it like very hardly. But the problem is in China, the official language is not English. So the people, they don't have the duty to communicate with other people in English. But and they don't have the involvement to, like if you want to learn a language, you need to have that kind of like environment to speak, to communicate with people, so you can master this language. But in China, yes, we learn English, but most of the time we speak in Chinese. That is also the reason why a lot of Chinese, they don't know how to speak English, but they know how to read and write and then listen to the English, but they don't know how to speak. That is a problem. Yeah. Any more question? You're welcome. Any question from you guys?
Any questions from the participants, the attendees?
Anyone?
Yes, I have a question. How do I say I love you?
Oh, okay. You can see 我爱你. 我爱你. This is 我爱你 is I love you. Then if you want to say I love you too, you can say 我也爱你. Is it hard for you to learn Mandarin at this age since this is easier to learn? Yes, if you want to learn a new language, I think the best time is about, I think before 10. Before 10, I think probably the best time for you to master a new language. But then I'm not saying like after 10 years old, you cannot learn a new language. It just means like probably it is a little bit difficult for you to master the language, especially for Chinese, because Chinese, trust me, it is really very complicated. If you start learning Chinese, like for example, in the age about 25 or 24 like that, and then you don't have that kind of like involvement to talk to people and then to write Chinese, then I think it is a little bit hard. So like to make sure that in the future, as China is like becoming a very important country in the world, so just make sure that in the future, if you have a baby, just try to teach them some Chinese, or at least help them to find a Chinese tuition center so they can learn some Chinese, because probably like if you can speak Chinese, that probably can become a competitive advantage for your children in the future, like if they want to find a job. Yeah. Any more question? Yeah, I think like for us, like if you don't know how to speak a new language, and for like before I was trying to learn Arabic as well, but I also find it is very hard. And then I got a young little brother. He is only 7 years old, and then we sent him to an international school, like so he can learn some Arabic. And then for right now, he's about 7 years old, so he can speak a lot of Arabic. That's why the involvement is very important. Oh, may I ask, was it hard for you to pick up English, as it is nobody? Yes, because like I'm 21 years old right now, and I actually moved to Malaysia at the age of like 12, and then I was studying an international school that time. So like when I still remember, okay, it was like really very funny. I don't know how to speak with my friends, inside the school. So yeah, I understand like what are they talking about, what they asked me to do, but just I don't know how to speak with them. And then it takes about half a year to 1 year for me to start speaking with them. And then I still remember like in the beginning they always like laugh at me because I don't know how to speak English like very well, and I don't know how to use grammar like that, so they always like make fun of me. But I don't really care, because like learning is always a process, it really takes time for you to pick up a new language. So I think it doesn't matter if you speak Chinese in a wrong way. I think the people is not really mean to laugh at you. Probably they just I think it's a little bit funny for a foreigner to speak the Chinese language. So don't be shy. If you want to master, if you want to pick up a new language, try to talk to people. And then for the people who can speak Chinese around you, try to make friends with them. They will not laugh at you. Okay, try to learn from them. It's very important. Yeah. Any more question? No more question? So if you guys don't have any questions, we will end the workshop today for right now. Is it okay?
Sure. Hi. Yep.
Yeah, hi.
Okay, so I don't think there are any
Okay,
questions. No questions? Okay, we have a question.
Yeah,
from Ms.
so-
Fee. She said that what can we do next after the session? What can we refer to learn?
What can you refer to learn? I think you can watch some videos on YouTube, some basic Chinese, like the simple expressions, especially for the sentence like just now I showed you. That is very important. You basically, if you are the beginner, I think you can, first of all, you can master that sentence first, and then so you can start to talking with some Chinese people. But unfortunately, I think I cannot give you guys more workshop because like I'm going back to China soon, and then in China, we cannot use anything like related to Google because I will always conduct the meeting in Google meetings like that, and then we cannot use Google, we cannot use Facebook in China. So probably this is the last workshop I can give you guys. And if you guys have any questions, you also can ask me now. And then for right now, you can just like you can watch some videos on YouTube. Yeah.
Yep, and also Miss Chia, as Miss Sylvia suggested, you can also use the Duolingo app. The one was mentioned before, right? So
Yeah. All right.
yeah, okay. So
But I'm not sure you pay for it.
I'm not sure about that either. Maybe there will be a premium option that we would have to definitely pay.
Yeah. You always like that. Okay, so
Okay,
if you
so yep.
don't have any
So-
questions, we'll end the meeting right now.
Okay, so we will end it right now, the workshop. So Miss Yin, thank you so much for your time. We really
Yeah,
appreciate
Yi
your
Lu.
mentoring for this language. Oh, Yi Lu, I'm so sorry. So we appreciate your mentoring for this
No
language.
worries.
Yeah, and this will definitely benefit all of us today and as well for our society. And we wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, and
All right, thank you so much. Bye, guys.